What's good, baseball fans? Welcome to the NIGHTCAP.sports studio. You saw the topic. What is Blake Snell? Well, who is he? Is that a question? Let's talk about it and make sure you like the button. And without waiting any longer, let's get into it. The reigning 2018 and 2023 Cy Young winner is still a free agent so far. And with spring training approaching fast, Blake Snell still needs a home. Before we get into the numbers and career side of things, let's touch on some recent news about Blake and the Yankees. Depending on when you first heard this audio, the news is either a few days old, or if you're listening to it now, it might be older. Still great news. Anyhow, New York offers a reported 1 year, $160+ million to Blake Snell. I'm speculating that Blake and his agent Scott Boras and company didn't take much thought about it. They slammed the proverbial access denied stamp down on the paperwork, sent him back with a post-it note proclaiming they needed more for Blake Snell's services. Something like 9 years, $270 million. Shout out USA Today and Bob Nightingale for the numbers. So the Yankees want the Help Us Build a Mega Team prize, while Blake Snell is going to hold out for the mega payday. Blake Snell, 31, would be retiring at 40 years old, living the high life in New York by the time the contract is over. However, is 9 years, $270 million overpaying for the guy? That amount would make the fourth largest contract amongst current pitchers in the league, behind Ohtani and Yamamoto, both with the LA Dodgers. Garrett Cole, playing for the Yankees, comes in at a hot $325 million. Do y'all think that's too much? Well, Blake's done good things throughout his career. Like I said, won the Cy Young twice, began his career with the Tampa Bay Rays back in 2016. Fast forward to now, has 8 years in the league. And I'll look up some stats so you don't have to, courtesy of ESPN. Out of 8 years, had only 3 years with an ERA over 4, and it topped out at 4.29 in 2019. Following his first quote-unquote bad year in the league back in 2017, he rebounded his 4.04 ERA and turned it into a Cy Young performance the following year, where he posted 21 wins and 31 starts and ended with a 1.89 ERA and photobombed it with 221 strikeouts. His career max for strikeouts topped out at 234 last year, his other Cy Young Award-winning season. And to note, the past 3 seasons, his strikeout totals never fell below 170. The worst thing to speak of Blake, in recent memory, his first year with the Padres in 21, and the team as a whole that year wasn't very good. Fell to 79 and 83 on the season, but back to Blake. That year he posted a 4.2, a 4.20 ERA, second highest in his career, a 7-6 win-loss record, and struck out 170 batters, all in 27 starts. Once again, rebounding strong, lowered his ERA to a strong 3.38. Year after that, won his second Cy Young. I guess another ding against the man is that he's only made one All-Star appearance way back in 2018. He usually puts up solid numbers, so whether he was voted in more times than that and declined due to injury or just turning them down, I can't speculate on that. I just know he's pitched in one All-Star game through this moment in history. So do I think he's worth $270 million? A better question is, do I think he should get the $270 million price tag he set for himself? No, not exactly. More consistent Type A talent has signed for less. Blake Snell is Type A talent, just doesn't provide the consistency of others. If you take away 1 or 2 of those years he was above a 4 ERA and take away some of those crappy win-loss records, some of the injuries too, I would price the contract of Snell to be around the $270 million he wants. But until those stats come off the record books, a lower 220 mil, possibly even 240 given today's inflation. We'll have to see if any more news comes to light on the Yankees and Blake Snell situation. It's very possible a team pays what he's asking for, but I haven't heard of any bidding wars taking place just yet. San Fran or the Angels could be interested, but he's only had the one offer so far, and I think the Yankees offer was just kind of testing the waters. Maybe no one else wants to deal because they know the price is too high. The longer it takes him to sign could mean that much less of a payday. So what do you all think? Is $270 million too much? Is it just right? And who's going to pay it? And really, only time will tell. Well, hopefully this audio was informative. I know I learned something, maybe even a couple things. But I just want to make it known I appreciate you all tuning in. Make sure you like the button. And until next time, later on.